It says, this day are all things good and pure. Make lawful unto you the food of the people of the book is lawful unto you, and yes, and yours is lawful unto them. Lawful unto you in marriage, and not only chastity women who are believers, but chastity women among the people of the book. Among the people of the book. It goes on to say, revealed before you time when ye gave them their due doers and desire chastity, not lewdness, nor secret intrigues. For anyone rejects faith, fruitless is his work, and in the hereafter he will be in the ranks of those who have lost all spiritual good. In 6, he says, O ye who believe, when ye prepare for prayer, wash your faces and your hands and arms to the elbows. Rub your heads with water and wash your feet to the ankles. If ye are in a state of ceremonial impurity, bath your whole body. But if ye are ill, or on a journey, or one of you cometh from offices of nature, or ye have been in contact with women, and ye find no water, then take for yourselves clean sand or what? Earth, and rub there with your faces and hands. The sand, and rub there on your faces and hand. Take the sand. If there's no water or something like that, and take for yourselves. If they find no water, if there's no water, use the sand. It's more of the desert area, right? Well, maybe anywhere that you get the sand. If you can't find the sand, what would you do? And he says, God does not wash to place you in difficulty, but to make you clean, into complete his favor to you, that ye may be grateful. You see? So in a very literal understanding of what cleanliness means to the Muslim or an Islamic person, he washing his hands and washing his elbows and ankles before he goes to pray or do that, he's becoming, he is like a form of being cleaning himself, washing himself, whether spiritual or physically, but more physical sense, cleaning himself, and the other one I wanted to search is that being in contact with a woman. So it's more talking to men than women. It's trying to attest that it's revealing something for men, because mostly they are more focused on men going out there and praying, and more, and everything is on the side of a man. This is the faction of. I mean, do you see this being practiced today in the Western, or not necessarily, or any other? It is more focused on men. If you have been in contact with a woman, then this is what you have to do. It's talking to a man. It's not talking to women. Then mostly it's the man who is supposed to wash his elbow and ankle and hands and all that, his face and all that. It's clear. I don't know what about women, but yeah, that's what it says here. So is it more discriminating against women? Maybe women are happy with this idea, but yeah, it's clear here why Muslims have to wash their head, wash their face, wash their hands. It's clear here. The reason is to make them make you clean. That is how one becomes clean. I mean, is it enough washing your elbows and all that make you clean? I don't think so. If you talk about cleanliness in other texts of what the Bible says, or even what the Quran sometimes says, I was thinking of it in a different way. Because the pigs that they consider to be unclean, for instance, it's the swine. It is more talking about the dirt on their skin. That is what I think from here. But every animal is dirty in the skin. But maybe because the swine is more dirty, he lives in But there are other animals that also have that death in them who live that it's okay. So what is wrong about that? People were used to think about the spiritual side where they believe Jesus Christ's story where he cast out demons into the swine and they fell into that. So they believe that swine have got demons in them. And we ourselves, when we ate the apple, we also possess some demons. So we are having unclean. So what is wrong with we and our uncleanness in us, and the swine having also spirit in them? We all have that. So if you eat, what's the problem? But anyway, I'm just saying in the sense that what would be the main thing that Muslim will say, or what the Islamic is trying to say here? It is more concerned about the material side of it, not the spiritual side of it, the physical side of the animal, or the physical side of your body being clean, not necessarily your spiritual cleanliness. So the Muslim is not, from what we have read, it doesn't look like it's talking about your spiritual cleanliness, but your body cleanliness. Meanwhile, whether it talks about resurrection, telling you your body has no place of going to the heavens. I mean, how much do you clean your body? Cleaning this body here makes it clean. What cleanliness would that be then? So we look into it to find out more if maybe there are other suggestions to tell you that it is more to do with the spiritual cleanliness. They are more physical minded approach of physical way of presentation than the Christian, which when it talks about cleanliness, it talks more of spiritual thing, like it's not cleanliness of necessarily your dirty body, but the spirit or the soul inside you which is dirty, that needs to be washed, something of that nature. So this test is there for you can check it out yourself. It says Surah 5 verses 2 and then 4 to 6. And we can also check another test in the same Surah, Surah 6, 118. Surah 6, that is VI. Surah 6, 118. In Surah 6, 118, it says, "So eat of meat on which God's name hath been pronounced, if ye have faith in his signs." The signs of God. Don't mock the signs of Allah. If you have faith in the signs of Allah, then you have to eat meat that they have blessed it with Allah's name. I don't know which one it is. There are so many meat there that hasn't been blessed in the name of Allah. People are eating. If you fall into that, it tells you that Allah is most merciful and most gracious and often forgiving. So he forgives you, forgive you. Why is it then important to sort of straight on it? If you can forgive me and I'll be okay if I eat the thing or I eat something which is not of, then why would you be so, concentrative of this idea of me eating it in the other way? I mean, if you're okay with it, when I forget myself and I eat it, you are not okay with it when I intentionally eat it, because it's more like disobeying you, but not necessarily the food that I have eaten. I mean, it's food, isn't it? In the Bible, it even says that what goes inside you is no problem. Yet, it is a strong taboo there about food that the Israelis were told not to eat. A lot of food, meat, and all that they are not supposed to eat. And yet, here was Jesus Christ telling them that the food that you eat into your body, it won't defile you. Why would he say that to the Jews? The Jews will look at him, they say, what is wrong with this man? You are telling us that the food that we take into our body, we eat in, it will not defile us, but what comes out of us. But the law also tells us that we shouldn't eat this crabs and all these animals and grass cutters or whatever it is. And you are not telling us that the food we eat will not defile us. They certainly were confused. Now, if we go from 119, why should ye not eat of meats on which God's name hath been pronounced, when he hath explained to you in detail what is forbidden